has always been your host, Sherlina A. Agcopra. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today's lesson, it's all about solving quadratic equation we'll have solving quadratic equation by factoring. We will try to discuss first the procedure on how to factor a quadratic equation. Some quadratic equations can be solved easily by factoring. To solve such quadratic equations, the following procedures can be followed. A. Transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. B. Factor the quadratic expression. C. Apply the zero product property by setting each factor of the quadratic expression equal to 0. This is our zero product property. If the product of two real numbers is 0, then either of the two is equal to 0 or both numbers are equal to 0. D. Solve each resulting equation. And letter E. Check the values of the variable obtained by substituting each in the origin. Now let's have the example 1. Find the solutions of x squared plus 9x equals negative 8 by factoring. Let's take the first procedure. Transform the equation into standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And then from the original equation, transform to standard form, which is x squared plus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. So when you factor this out, factor the first term, x squared by x times x, and then the last term or the third term, factor of 8 is 4 times 2. When you add, you cannot get 9, but the factors of 1 and 8, and then the sum of it is 9, and then paired with the factors of x squared, you got this part here. So the factors are the quantity x plus 1 and x plus 8 equals 0. So these are now the factors of this quadratic equation. Quantity x plus 1 and quantity x plus 8 equated to 0. So apply the zero product property by setting each factor of the quadratic expression equal to 0. And then solve its resulting equation. So these are the factors again, equated to 0. So this factor x plus 1 here equated to 0, you got this. And then the other factor x plus 8 equated to 0, you got them. And then applying subtraction property of equality, adding negative 1 to both sides of the equation, you got x is equal to negative 1 and the other one is negative 8. And then check the values of the variable obtained by substituting each in the equation. X squared plus 9x equals negative 8. So you will know if your answer x of 1, negative 1, and x of 2 is negative 8 is correct when substituted to the original equation will give you a balanced equation, or the left and the right sides of the equations are equal. Okay? Let us check. Now to check our values of x, so here we have our x is equal to negative 1 and negative 8. All you need to do is to substitute it to the original equation. Then you got negative 1 squared plus 9 times negative 1 is is equal to negative 8. The other one, when x is negative 8, you got negative 8 squared plus 9 times negative 8 equals negative 8. So, when squared, you got 1 minus 9 equals negative 8. And the other one is 64 minus 72 equals negative 8. Then, you can see here that both sides of the equation, the left and the right, are equal. Negative 8 is equal to negative 8. And the same thing with the other one when x is negative 8. Okay? So, both values of x satisfy the given equation. So, the equation x squared plus 9x minus, equal to negative 8 is true when x is negative 1 or when x is negative 8. So, in the equation, x squared plus 9x equals negative 8 has two solutions. One, x sub 1 is when x sub 1 is equal to negative 1 and the other one is negative 8. Okay? I hope you understand. Yes, for example 2, solve 9x squared minus 4 is equal to 0 by factoring. To solve the equation, factor the quadratic expression 9x squared minus 4. Then, you got 3x plus 2. The factors are the quantity 3x plus 2 and 3x minus 2 equals 0. How to get this one? All you need to do is to factor the first term, 9x squared, by 3x and 3x. And then negative 4 by 2 times negative 2. And then pair it with the variable, the term with variable, and paired with the constant. Then you got here a factors of 3x plus 2 and the other one is 3x minus 2. And then equated to 0. Then you will have a resulting equation. Here, you have 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. And then applying subtraction property of equality to get 3x is equal to negative 2. And then do the algebraic method to get the value of x, which is negative 2/3. The same thing on the other side, you got the value of x, which is positive 2/3. Then check the values of the variable obtained by substituting each in the equation. 9x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Both values of x satisfy the given equation. So the equation 9x squared minus 4 is equal to 0 is true when x sub 1 is equal to 2/3 and the other one is x sub 2 is equal to negative 2/3. Okay, you can say that these values of x here are true when you substitute it to the original equation to make it both sides of the equations equal. Like the left and the right sides are equal, so you can say that both x sub 1 and x sub 2 are equal. Okay? Hope you understand. Now let us check again. You can see that the original equation here, when our x is negative 2/3, substituted to the original equation of here, when x is this one, negative 2/3, and then do the algebraic method to get 0 equals 0. Same thing in here, when x is 2/3, substitute to the original equation here, squared, you got 4/9, then you make a statement of 4 minus 4 equals 0 or 0 is equals to 0. Then, we could say that the values of x sub 1 and x sub 2 are true when you got an equation, the left and the right sides of the equations are true. Okay? that is by factoring. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you understand. Yes, that's all for today. I hope you learned something from our lesson. And don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Bye everyone!